Hey guys, I was sitting with the missus watching the usual conspiracy theory documentaries when suddenly we came across this fucking gem. First, it seems like any other old shit that you would have watched.
Sky, the sun, moon, and stars, but these lights came down to Earth and settled amongst us.
As soon as that thought pops in your head, just for the slightest second, whole sense of security, this shit happens.
Descendants would be caught, beaten, and crucified, and yet he would rise from his grave.
So buckle up, because this one's a doozy.
Again in Genesis chapter 6, verse 2, the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair. This term, sons of God, is literally sons of God.
And trust me when I say it's not your normal alien conspiracy documentary. It's only going to get more out of whack from here.
Whatever this means, it does reveal that ancient man witnessed something remarkable.
Zirveden selam, durmak yok omi, patlamaya devam, yok bundan sonrası.
A 3rd century Persian teacher known as Mani, who said that Christianity had got things wrong, and he was here to put it right.
Does anyone else feel like you're not really supposed to say that about other people's religions? Maybe?
He is said to have revived Ophiloatreia, or serpent worship, where he taught that Christ was an incarnation of the great serpent who glided over the cradle of the Virgin Mary when she was asleep at the age of 1.5 years.
What is going on? Well, you know what? Doesn't matter. Don't worry about what I said. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
This is a folk memory of their powers of genetic manipulation, an Ader,
Okay.
now known as an Ader.
Oh.
And as the Ader was the symbol of the god Hu, the Druids were Orphites of the original stock.
Okay. I'd like to imagine that pagan druids walked around barefoot in the forest. Like, look at this guy. Where the fuck is he going? He doesn't even know.
Hundreds of cultures. In 74 BC, the writer Plutarch stated that a Roman army commanded by Lucullus was about to begin a battle when all of a sudden the sky burst and a huge flame
Oh my god, he's back.
Durmak yok omi.
to fall between the two armies. In shape, it was most like a wine jar.
That's not
and
a
in
fucking
color,
wine jar. I
like
think I'm
molten
fucking
silver.
stupid.
Plutarch's shape of the object is like
So
a
it just
wine
turns into
jar.
40k
This
apparently.
strange silvery
That's where Jesus comes
was
from.
reported about these otherworldly beings. Then we must also believe that they gave us life.
So
They
obvious.
genetically engineered life on
How did we
planet
not
Earth.
pick it earlier? You might not believe me, purely off seeing the clips that I've shown you, quite edited together. So I thought I'd just let the clip roll, play the whole thing in its entirety, and you can make up for yourselves if I'm editing it this way.
Image of precisely what we have been discussing. She is the giver of life, an early form of Mary, the Mother of God. She is a reptilian serpent being. She is from the very origins of civilization. Is this a symbol of the origin of mankind? Did the reptilian aliens genetically create man?
Well, there you have it. Mother Mary, the Mother of God, was a reptilian serpent being. And if you're still not a believer, I'm going to show you some real world evidence.
Called the Ananuka. The Ananuka were aliens who came to Earth to mine gold for their own uses. According to the Enuma Elish story, the Ananuka realized mining gold was taking a toll on their race, and then created the human race as slaves. El, the deity often spoken of as the Lord in the Bible, is also seen as a shining one in the Old Testament and is called the Owner. Following these actions of the fallen watchers, the Shining Ones called down a great flood upon the earth to destroy the offspring, and Noah is warned to build a great ship to escape the impending doom. There was obviously some great battle between the dissenters and the Shining Ones and the Loyal Watchers, which gave rise to Michael, Gabriel, and the others to slay the remaining fallen Watchers. There were chariots and armed angels seen to fill the sky.
It really is quite jarring when it goes from the old-timey, ye olden days to, like, you know, the 41st millennium.
Okay.
Historians today use all of these writers to explain history to us, and yet they leave these details out. What are they afraid of? What we do know, though, is that these Watchers continued in what has been described as the underground stream and were called egregores.
Egregores. What is an egregores? Pronunciation.
Egregore.
Egregore. I didn't even hear it.
Egregore.
Oh, shit. Okay, so I feel like I've been waffling on a bit. I try not to show too much of it because it's really worth the watch. In all seriousness, if you do want to watch a good alien documentary, check out Alien Artifacts. Any one of them, they're usually pretty good.
The Stone of the South at Baalbek, Lebanon, is the largest worked monolith on Earth.
And of course, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. But I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. If you haven't seen it yet, you know, fucking, what are you doing?
An unpublished experiment that we did at the Pear Lab, which we called Plant RNG. You have a room with no windows, and you have a house plant that needs light to grow. You have a single growing light up on the roof. The growing light can turn in one of 4 quadrants, and which quadrant that light is showing is controlled by a random number generator. So you put the plant in one corner of the room. The light has an equal chance of shining in all 4 quadrants. But you give it enough time, and what you find is the light actually shines far more often on the plant than on the other coordinates. It's as though life itself, even life or consciousness in something as simple as a houseplant, bends probabilities in the physical world in the direction of what it needs, in the direction of its growth and its evolution.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I thought that was pretty... What the fuck? How long did that take?
Before getting to the end, flip the onion